All these baby strippers coming in, dancing was still taboo.
That's what we need more of in this world is authenticity.
We're all just trying to survive.
I want you to clear up some of the stigma.
Back in the day, like I'm ancient.
You're all giving them a lap dance and crying.
It was hard growing up, not having money to feel like I have a big heart, I have a lot to give.
Have you ever had any nights where you danced sober?
I say who, I say when, I say how much.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Bottle Girl Diaries. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm your host Cindy. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to our loyal subscribers and viewers for all the feedback, the support, and the love that you show. That being said, if you haven't already, click on that subscribe button below so you can stay up to date with us on our latest. On today's episode, we have the beautiful and sweet Missy, a good friend of mine, that we're gonna get her perspective today on what it's like to be a dancer from her daily lifestyle, clearing up the stigmas around dancers, and really giving her a safe space to speak her truth. So let's go ahead and dive right into today's episode. Everyone, this is Missy.
Hi.
So Missy, I just want to say thank you for coming on today. This is so new for Bottle Girl Diaries, so it's a monumental moment.
And I'm really excited to be
here. We haven't had any dancers, and I feel like, the industry that we're in, which is the nightlife industry, is, we go through some similar things, but maybe not so much similar. So I wanted to bring you on here to shed some light on that. So tell the people what they want to hear. Just tell us where you're from and what age and what made you decide to get into the industry that you're in.
Okay, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I started dancing when I was 18.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so in Ohio you started dancing?
In Cleveland, yeah, at 18.
So you only have to be 18?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, with a valid driver's license.
Okay.
From what I remember, I'm not sure if it changed now because I haven't lived there since 2012.
Okay.
But yeah, I started dancing that December after I turned 18. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
my first job was in the kitchen, tray line at a nursing home. And then my second job was a Hollister model for about 7-8 months.
Mm-hmm. Hollister they smell so good there. I don't care what anybody says. You walk by Hollister and you're like.
Then I said, fuck this. I don't want to wait 2 weeks for a paycheck. I want to get out of my parents' house. And the rest was history. I remember the day too, December 18th, 2010.
And so you
right
moved
before
to
Christmas.
Vegas when?
9 years ago.
Okay.
This August will be 9 years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then where was your first place of work? Where did you work first in Vegas?
Sapphire.
Okay, so you've been at Sapphire then?
Yeah, I've been at Sapphire most of the time. Yeah, I was for the last 8 years, yeah.
Okay, so that's good. Sapphire is I would say one of the more renowned, well-known, nicer strip clubs of Vegas.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that. I feel like if I'm getting off work and my friends are like, we're bored, let's go somewhere, we're gonna go to probably Sapphire, I think Crazy Horse and Rhino, but also Sapphire has El Dorado Cantina next to it.
But you can't stay away from when you're wasted at fucking 5 a.m. So.
No, you cannot. It's just, it's a given that you're gonna end up at El Dorado Cantina for sure after going to Sapphire. So when you were a young girl, give me 2 things that you dreamed of being when you grew up.
I mean, what's weird, Cindy, is when I was a kid, I knew I was gonna dance. I always knew I was gonna dance.
What did you see or what gave you that moment? What did you watch on TV? What was it that gave you that aha moment?
Seeing Showgirls.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Probably
that is
Showgirls,
classic.
Yeah, and
I wanted to, I'm not gonna lie, you know what movie at one point in time I considered that it would be fun was The Players Club.
You know what's crazy is I didn't see The Players Club for the first time until a few years ago.
Oh,
so I know
man.
I'm late. I know I'm late on seeing that, but yeah. It was definitely Showgirls. I was like, oh my God, quick money, I can do this. Oh my God, I can look beautiful and be on stage and get paid. And
I mean, it takes a different kind of woman to get out there and do what you do, and you're so beautiful and you carry yourself so well in person, on social media. So that's why I chose you specifically.
And it's funny because when people
topic.
Just when people meet me, they're like, oh my God, you dance I would have never thought. And I'm like, well, how are we supposed to act when we're not at work? like, I'm a normal person. I'm not
You're
Missy the
human.
stripper. I'm not my job. So, like, how would...
Right. Yeah, I get
So
it.
when people meet me, they're like, oh my God, you dance? I'm like, yeah, we're normal people.
I think that, so what is it something about your job that you really like? Is it like the freedom that you get to take home cash, the networking? Is it all of it? Like, what is it that you really, like? Because you can make X amount of dollars. Don't get me wrong, girl. I've thought about it, but I just don't know if I'm as confident as you.
Honestly, I mean, when I first started, I mean, I was a kid. 18 years old, you're still a kid. I had no sense of direction. I wasn't set up for, like, coming from the family that I came from, not necessarily like, hey, let's sit down and figure out what you want to do with your life. I didn't have that.
So you had to, be in survival mode and just make something for yourself.
Yeah, I had no idea. After I graduated, I felt like in school you really didn't learn how to
handle life. It's like,
I feel like I wasn't taught anything.
Right.
I wasn't taught how to pay bills, how to pay taxes. This is what you do. You have a daily routine.
Right.
I wasn't taught any of that, how to eat properly.
Being
Midwest,
Yeah. Why were you not taught those things? Like, where do you feel like in your family foundation that, why that was lacking?
Sorry.
It's okay. I kind of know your story, so I do get a little emotional for you.
Yeah.
But I'm here for you, and I'm not meaning to open up.
No. It's totally fine. No, I want it to be real and raw. I don't come from happy beginnings.
Right.
I come from a very mentally and physically abusive
background.
And
I relate to that. I want you to know you're not alone. And
yeah. I'm very open about, the sex abuse that I've endured when I was 4, and then telling my family about it when I was 16, realizing at 11 what happened to me. As a kid, you don't know what's going on. You think it's normal.
Right.
And and then being told, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, you're a liar, blah blah. And it's like, telling your truth and somebody not listening to you. It's thanks.
It's okay. It's okay.
This
is a safe space.
I totally forget where I was going with that story, but your question.
My question was, what do you like about your job, and kind of what made you get started? And I think that it's okay that it opened up those traumas for you, because people have to know that people do things for a reason, and not everybody was handed a silver spoon and a golden plate. Yeah. Like, here you go.
Especially, growing up in Cleveland.
Right.
Like, $20 to go to the mall was a big deal.
Was
a big deal. Oh my God, like, school shopping, a new pair of shoes for school. That was the best day ever, But
pay less.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
We've all been there. Listen, I want you to know, just so you know, this is a safe space. It is a judgment-free zone. And I think that viewers, people, women, men, young viewers are gonna get some type of inspiration from this, because you're not the only one. But the great thing is that you have the courage to speak about this. People want to bash you because you're a dancer. They think that you're not human and you don't have feelings and you didn't have humble beginnings. Right?
Yeah.
And that's not okay.
It was hard growing up, not having money to do this, or, new clothes, and having to steal from the mall to...
I'm not gonna lie, I stole from the mall, and my parents still gave me money. I lived with my grandma and grandpa, so I get it. So you stole from the mall.
Yeah, I mean, I had to. I was sick of wearing the same pair of jeans every day, or start stealing my sister's clothes. It sucked, or they would always try to beat me up for stealing their shit, Me and my girlfriends, we had to, like you said, survival mode.
Yeah, you did what you had to
throughout
do.
life. I mean, in general, we're all just trying to survive. We are all doing what we have to do.
Right.
For ourselves. No one else is going to do it.
Right. You're not out there killing anybody, or
yeah. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm doing what's best for me. And then
I feel like also too, like, being able to take home cash every night is nice.
It's so nice. And I'm really trying to enjoy it, because you can't dance forever. There is
a shelf life.
There is gonna come a day where I'm gonna have to hang out my heels. When that's gonna be, I don't know. I want to do it as long as I can. the freedom that I have, you know, I love being able to go in. Like now I only work 2, maybe like 3 days a week max because I'm drinking so much. It's taking longer to recover. I'm getting older.
Right.
I mean, 13 years is a long time. And it went by like that. When you're sleeping all day and working all night, it goes by so fast.
Yeah.
The fast life and the money, it gets addicting.
When you say that there's a shelf life, like that's where obviously we have something in common. Like being in bottle service, there's a shelf life too. And, you know, I've been in it for a long time. And I've had some things happen recently that are showing me that, you know, it's time to really take life serious. You know, start making those steps. So what is something in mind maybe that you would like to try outside of dancing? Do you know yet? It's okay if you don't, or is there like a few things and you're like, I can't decide what, you know? Because I'm right there figuring it out, and I know what I want to do for a second source of income, but we both know, again, there's a shelf life with this, and there's always a younger, hotter chick coming in to try to take our job.
I mean, I'm still getting over my fear of flying right now, but no, I swear to God, but I mean, I want to travel. I don't see myself working forever.
Right. So you want to retire yourself?
Yeah, I do. I just feel like dancing has taken a lot out of me. And after I'm done with this, I don't see myself working and dealing with people.
Right. It can literally drain you that much. What is something like, what's the thing that you like the least about your job?
It's definitely how much the industry's changed.
Mm-hmm. When you say the industry's changed, like do tell, because
oh God, all these baby strippers coming in and
baby strippers.
Yes, baby strippers or, you know, baby industry girls. Okay, so back in the day, right, when I first started dancing, it was back in the day, like I'm fucking ancient. Oh my God.
Back in the day.
Seriously though, when I first started dancing, money was so easy to make.
Right.
Dancing was still taboo.
Oh yeah.
I was afraid to tell people that I danced. Money was just so much easier to make. The economy, I think, was better.
Yes.
People were more willing to spend whatever you wanted.
Right.
It was just like, okay, how much do you want? Now it's, oh, what am I gonna get for $100 or whatever? You know what I mean?
You can get a wave. Hello.
It's totally different, you know, because now the business is so saturated. Seeing girls do the most for the least, and guys would rather do that than pay what I want for my time, my entertainment, my attention, my energy, my skill.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know. Money used to be so much easier.
Are you really good on the pole?
I do more floor work.
Okay.
Yeah, I do more like splits.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah, I definitely do more floor work.
Hey, like I'm coming to Sapphire just to see you, honestly.
I'm actually not at Sapphire right now.
Okay.
Had a little incident, so right now I'm between Peppermint Hippo and Crazy Horse.
Do you guys pull tips? No, it's your own.
No, like whatever I get handed, that's mine.
Okay.
But I mean, if I did have like some help or somebody else put me on, of course, you know, I'm gonna tip them for
but
their
not
help.
Every dancer's like that. I heard there's some that are just crazy.
I would rather work alone. I would rather completely work alone. I have the hustle.
Right.
Like I've worked alone for a long time. I've taught myself how to sell. I mean, it's all sales, right? I mean, I feel like, you know, we have that in common. It's all sales. Just a little different. You know, you're selling bottles. I'm selling.
You're selling your fine self.
An image, a fantasy.
Right.
You know, whatever the client.
Hey, girl, someone's got to do it. Like,
yeah.
I think you're beautiful, and like I said, this is a judgment-free zone. But I also want to open up the floor and give you the safe space to clear up any stigmas around dancers that you think there needs to be some light.
Yeah.
You know, we need to shed some light on in general. So a few things that maybe come off the top of your head.
I forgot to add earlier. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, you're fine.
So another thing that I liked about it was, so I think one of the main reasons why I brought up abuse is because when you're a kid, when you're a child, you don't have any control of what's going on around you. It's, you know, I'm the adult, you're the kid, you do it as I say.
Right.
So I think what I love the most about being a dancer, being in that industry is, you know, I can come and go as I please. I charge what I want. You know, like they say in Pretty Woman, I say who, I say when, I say how much.
That part.
You know,
I love that.
And as an adult, it's like I have complete control of everything that I do. You know, and I really, like I said, I'm really trying to enjoy that as long as I can.
You're so smart too. You know.
And it's not easy. It's not for everyone.
Right.
It's a lot of exposure, having that confidence in your own skin, and being naked in front of thousands and thousands of people, you know, it takes a lot. And that's why a lot of us do end up drinking, or, you know, I did have a period where I was blowing a lot of coke if it was in front of me. I was doing it. I was doing it, you know.
To stay awake or
to stay awake, to keep the edge off, to help with the hangover.
Do you feel...
I quit like 5 or 6 years ago. I don't do it anymore, but you know.
I don't care what anybody says. There's somebody in that has had a vice, whether they're addicted to porn, whether they're doing this, that, and the other, Adderall, whatever it is, everybody has something that they've struggled with. And trust me, I get it.
And I'm still struggling with, like, honestly, the first thing I do when I got on that floor is go to the bar, and I'm taking it probably like 2 shots just to take the edge off, just to deal with the environment. It's overstimulation. A lot of it is overstimulation. You know, there's this going on over here, and all these people going over here, and these people are wasted. These people just got here. Oh, this table just walked in. It's a lot. It's, you know, paying attention to who's next on stage, because, you know, I will go on stage, or it's paying attention to your phone if someone hits you up, huh?
Do you have a stage name?
Yeah.
Okay. I won't ask. I won't ask.
But honestly, you know what? When it comes to a stage name, I don't even care to use it.
Right.
I mean, unless customers come back and want to see me, I mean, I'll tell them my stage name. But I mean, 99% of the time, I'm never gonna see these people ever again.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm Missy, you know, or whatever. I don't care.
That's what I love about you. That's what I'm saying.
I don't care.
You're just that's what we need like, more of in this world is authenticity, because again, somebody's going to watch this that's in your shoes or in any type of job that they're doing, whatever. It's just like being authentically you, and I think that's why, Missy, people have that respect for you, because you're not hiding behind anything. You don't hide anything. You are completely you, and that's why I gravitate toward you. I don't fool with people that like put on that facade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like that. So I did want to ask you, you said that you have to drink, you know, have you ever had any nights where you danced sober?
From 18 to 21. No, I moved here at 22, so like 18 to 22.
Right.
Because when I was living and working in Miami,
okay,
you know, like I was 21, but I was still like, I wasn't a partier. I wasn't a partier when I was younger, you know. I hated the smell and the taste of alcohol. I hated the smell of weed, like anything. It completely turned me off, and you know, I had to make money, so I didn't have a choice. So yeah, I really didn't start drinking and doing anything until I moved here. Oh, and another, I think you asked me about like the stigmas.
Yeah, I want you to clear up some of the stigmas.
Oh God. First of all, not every guy or not everybody that comes to the strip club is old and fat and perverted.
Oh my gosh. But even if they are,
it doesn't matter.
Can't old and fat men have some fun too? Like
shit. I mean, everybody needs love, you know.
Oh my. You're like,
but no, not everybody that comes in is, you know, old, fat, and gross, and
I feel like a lot of celebrities go in there.
Of course, and ball players, and it's mostly bachelor parties.
Yeah.
Every weekend, you're never not gonna have a bachelor party that comes in.
Right. She said old, fat, and perverted.
They're not though. They're not. I hate when guys ask me, you know, oh, how are the creepy guys that come in here? Or I'm like, okay, well, I have a choice who I talk to, who I entertain, you know, and dance for, and I don't talk to those guys. But the percentage of those guys is like 10%. Everybody else, and from my personal experience, you know, that I'm speaking from, they're between the ages of like 25 and 50 years old. Mm-hmm. The majority of them are bachelor parties or bachelorette parties or just guys having guys weekend, people, you know, just on vacation, whatever.
I feel like some people like to go into the strip club and just eat and like chill and drink and just watch the show.
That too, which for me, you know, it is kind of annoying because they're, because, you know, you go up to them and they're like, no, I'm just here to watch. Like, this isn't a normal bar, man. Like, we're here to work and pay bills and take care of business. I'm sorry. I want to get in, make my money, get out, go the fuck home, go to bed, shower, this environment off me, because, you know, every strip club does have like a smell to it, you know, and people smoking in there, drinking and breathing in your face. I want to get in and get out, and
right.
I don't want to be in there too long, you know, and so it's like, this is a normal bar.
How many days does it take you to recover from a night of work? Like body-wise, like mental health from being like drinking, and
it depends how busy it is.
Right.
If it's super busy and I'm doing dances all night long and I'm drinking all night long. So it's probably going to take me, I mean,
a couple days.
I'm 31 now. So, you know, my hangovers
We're 31
where, my hangovers are not, I sleep 10 hours a day. Damn near every day. Minimum 8. I really try to get 9.
That's why you're so pretty though, because I heard that people
oh God, yeah, the best thing, sleep. I love sleep. I love to sleep.
Makes sense why like you don't write me back for hours. I'm like, ma'am.
But I do get back to you. You know, that's the only time I don't answer my phone is when I'm sleeping.
And you shouldn't. You should definitely use that time to recharge.
Oh, and another thing I don't like. Yeah, people just assuming.
Yeah.
People just assume, oh, where can I get Coke? Or how many kids do you have? Or are you paying off college tuition?
Like,
I've never went to college.
You're like,
you know, I never had a plan to go to college. And I don't ever plan on children.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a pimp. I don't have
a pimp.
And that's another stigma too. People just assume all these things, you know, because other girls might have pimps, kids, drug problems, paying off college. But that's any job.
Right.
And I know I've met girls that have 2 or 3 jobs.
People are doing what they got to do though.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So
yeah.
That's so funny. People just bring a stigma around you.
Yeah, and it sucks like people. But people, you have to understand the majority of people are uneducated when it comes to dancing or politics or anything, you know?
Yeah.
The majority of people don't know what they're talking about. They only go by
like what they see on TV or what they heard. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Especially if it's
sucks.
their first time in Vegas, right? Yeah.
But no,
let me ask you this. Actually, I do have a question. What do you have to tip out to the house every night? Is there a percentage, a flat amount?
No, out here in Vegas, they don't do that.
What? Just if it's like a private party or?
No, so we don't have a schedule.
Okay.
We pay to walk in the door.
Okay.
Like when we clock in.
Okay.
And it's usually around like $100. To go off stage, it's like $150.
Okay.
But I mean, things a lot of girls don't know at some clubs is they don't fine you if you miss stage. So I just pay the $100. I either go on stage or I don't.
I want to see you on
Sorry,
stage.
DJ. Sorry, DJ. He probably hates me every time I miss my stage set, but I either feel like it or I don't.
He's
and
like,
I'm picky. Like I want to request my songs. You know.
Yeah. What's like a couple of your favorite songs to dance to? Like that's actually something I want to know.
I really like dancing to old school, you know, R&B. I like to feel sexy. I like to feel in my skin.
Like Genuine, you know? Or like.
Of course. I mean, I listen to R&B every day though. You know, I don't listen to a lot of like the new shit that everyone else listens to. It's
because you have a sweet soul.
It's more soulful for me. Yeah. Oh my God, I missed the question earlier. So the most I've ever made in a night was $8,500.
Damn. So
I mean, I know girls that have made 10, 15, 20, you know, spending 12 hours in a VIP upstairs or with a client, but
you let me know if Sapphire's hired.
But girl, the thing about it's not even the club, it's just
how you hustle.
Yeah, but it's also the whole thing is a gamble. You never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah.
You never know like how much you're gonna make, how long you're gonna be there, which is like another thing that I don't like. I love being in control and I love knowing for sure how much I'm gonna make. But yeah, the most I ever made was it was like $8,500, but that wasn't at work. That was meeting somebody and then going and gambling.
Which is a thing here in Vegas that people don't know about. You could just sit there and be their good luck charm and they're happy that you're there and tip you out.
A lot of times
let you roll the dice or play for them.
Yeah, and I love that. I love being able to have fun.
Yeah. I love that you're so open about everything, and that's why you are just so well respected by me and the people who are in this world and that are viewing this channel right now.
Yeah.
They're going to respect you because a lot of people don't have the courage to be authentic, to be real, to speak their truth.
Yeah.
Because they are, you know, a little bit conformed by society and you're not. So I love that about you.
I'm very open-minded.
You are.
A lot of people are not still, which is weird because, you know, you have all these things in society that's happening, you know, people coming out, you know, you think that people would just be more open-minded to, okay, she dances, okay, but people are still like, oh my God, you dance. Like, to me, it's a job. It's a job.
Right.
I think it's because I've become like so numb to it that it's like whatever.
Right. Well, you're doing good. You're doing good for yourself.
Yeah, you know, I'm doing the best I can for myself, you know. I've been on my own for a long time.
Yeah, I admire you,
know,
girl.
and it's not for everybody. It's not easy. It's not easy to, you know, like it's bottom line, it's sex work. It's sex work, you know. People come in there to be entertained by naked women.
Right.
People have these expectations, and you know, you do deal with a lot. You deal with the drunks, you deal with the people that come in and treat you like shit and think that they can do that because they're paying you, and think that, you know, you'll just do anything for this money, and think that you don't have morals and values, and that you don't have a soul, you're not a person. And
you are a person.
Yeah.
And you are a good person at that.
Yeah, and people see you as one thing, and that's it.
Right.
And it does suck because, you know, being single for so long, I do feel like for me it is hard to find somebody that I, you know, want to spend my life with.
Do you think that you have to get out of the industry maybe to find that special someone?
A lot of people tell me that I have to. Right. And to me, I don't, because I'm not my job. Like, people don't understand. It's, you know, like I said, I'm not Missy the stripper, entertainer, dancer, whatever you want to call it. I consider myself an entertainer.
Right.
But
you have a lot of other layers to you.
Yeah, people don't understand that that's only like 10%, 20% of my life. That's how I make money. That's not who I am as a person. That's not how I spend my time. I don't live in the strip club. I don't sleep in the locker room.
Yeah.
Like, we're not all the same. We're not.
Right. You're your own person. You're nice. You're beautiful. You're domesticated. I know you can throw down. And
yeah, like I'm a Midwest woman, you know, like we were
brought up differently. Oh yeah.
We were brought up to, you know, cook and take care of the house and
I see
make the man happy. And I like those things. I enjoy it. I really do. I feel like I have a big heart. I have a lot to give. But it is hard for me to find somebody living here and doing what I do for a living, because people, oh, she's a dancer. Okay.
I can
next,
relate.
You know, not taking me seriously, and it sucks, because at the end of the day, that's my job, and I'm doing what I can for myself, because I don't have help.
Right.
I don't have, you know, I didn't come from money. I don't have a trust. I met my father once when I was, you know, 6 or 7, and you know, we weren't set up for success. So, you know, I'm just doing the best that I can for myself and saving so that, you know, when I can retire, I can take, you know, that time to reflect and
do some soul searching and, you know.
Which is what I'm like doing now, you know. I feel like I'm at that point, like being in my 30s, I'm like, okay, you know, when do I want to quit? I keep telling myself like 35. But I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I still look this good for 31. Fuck, like.
You do look good.
But let's see how I can stretch it, you know? I mean.
Gosh, I love your perspective. You're dropping gems for me, because I get it. And even being in bottle service, like sometimes we have our lingerie nights, and literally a table will come up to me like, so are you going to turn around and do a dance for us? I'm like, oh, sir, no. This is not that, but I will be more than happy for you to go see my friend.
Yeah.
I've actually told him, go to Sapphire, go to Rhino, like whatever. And it is tough, because I do think that, you know, I would love to settle down too. I have an old sweet soul just like you. I love the R&B, the 90s R&B love, you know, that doesn't exist anymore. And so I've been also in the same boat as you. So please know that everything that you're feeling is normal. I'm glad you're starting to feel this way. And I'm glad that you're like, okay, I know I want to do some soul searching. That's good. Because it just shows that you're an awakened, enlightened person, and you're you're aware of yourself. Now, there are people who are not. There are people that live in autopilot and just go, and that's okay if that works for them.
I feel like that's me at work. I feel like when I'm drinking.
Yeah, because you just turn it off. Yeah, you're just like, boom. You don't think about it. You're there for your money and nothing else. And that's good. I need to be a little bit more like that sometimes, because when I put my emotions into it, oh shit.
It's so hard not to, though, because we deal with so many different kinds of people, and it's like, it's so hard to not. It's so hard to not get pissed off. I've been in trouble so many times for telling a customer what a piece of shit he is. Or wasting my time, or telling him fuck off. Like back in the day, again, when I first started dancing, things were different. You can tell a customer to fuck off. You can slap a dude in the face if he tried to put his fingers where they didn't belong, you know? Like, but now, they'll fire you on the spot. They want their customers to come back. Even though there's 8 billion people in the world, they're so worried about, you know, people, like, their bad reviews on Yelp or whatever the fuck it may be. It's just like, it's just one customer. The customer is another thing. The customer is not always right in the strip club. They're not. They are not. You know, a lot of times, like I said, they go in there with expectations. Oh, you're gonna do this for me. Well, what happens in VIP? That's the worst question in the world to ask a stripper because we're not gonna tell you.
I'd be like, sir.
We're not gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna blow some bubbles. I'm doing some like magic tricks. That's what happens in VIP, you know. And it's
you're all doing the splits and blowing bubbles. Just randomly, you're all.
I've ended up doing like the robot ones because like you run out of dance
moves. Not the robot.
No,
Oh
I'm
my
just kidding.
God.
But you know what I mean? Like when you're with the bigger people and you're all in VIP together, like we have karaoke rooms. We do just sing karaoke. Yeah. Make a few $1,000s for a few hours. You know what I mean? And it's fun. But these people, you know, they do have these expectations, and you get in. And nowadays, it's like you can't stand up for yourself because you'll be in trouble. They may or may not kick the customer out because they've spent all this money or they've paid to be here. But so have I. You know, I pay to work here and rent the space. But goddamn,
girl, I am the one that's dropping into the splits, not you.
Yeah, it's so different now. You know, you can't get away with a lot of things that you used to. You know, it's gotta hold your tongue and back to getting, you know, your emotions involved. It's so hard,
right?
Especially when you're drinking, because I'm, you know, very in my body when I drink, and I'm very
emotional.
Yes, I'm very emotional when I drink, but I'm also.
You're all giving him a lap dance and crying.
Sometimes I've wanted to. You know, there have been. I have danced for some pretty twisted people who are just like, you know. I have walked out of rooms before, who, you know, guys are like, oh, like talk like a little girl, or, you know, like, yes, you do get those guys. And then you get the guys that have foot fetishes, and you get the guys who just want to talk and massage you. You know, you get everything. You never know.
Right.
You know, and that's another thing that I love, again, about my job, is because you never know who you're going to meet, what's going to happen, what you're going to experience, or, you know, if you're just going to get paid to sit there all night and really vibe with somebody.
Yeah, sometimes those are the best ones, right?
Yeah, this one guy, he had lost his wife. And I just sat there for a couple hours and I just listened to him. And I really, you know, helped him, because he lost his wife and he was super depressed. He's like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Aww. And, you know, I was like, you know, like, it's been a few years, you know, it's okay to, you know, explore. And, you know, don't ever feel bad for being here. It's fun. It's a fun environment. It is what you make of it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I've gone there before with, like, friends after work.
Yeah,
you know?
like, to me, it's a party.
Yeah.
You know, I try to treat it as such, you know? I try not to be, like, too into it. I don't know.
It's your perspective for me, and that's why you have such a light about you, because you have that perspective and optimism, so... I think that people think that dancers are, like, mean or something, or...
We can be. I'm only mean if you're mean to me first, or if you piss me off, or turn me off, or say some dumb shit.
Right.
Or, you know, that's gonna, like, I hate when people stereotype me.
Right.
You know? A lot of us hate it. Like I said, we're not all the same. Everyone's different. Everyone's life is different.
You're human, and you're, you know... You're human, you're a woman, you know, you have feelings. Do the cocktail servers and strippers, dancers, do cocktail servers and dancers get along?
I love them. I love them. I do. I mean, we're all a team.
Yeah. We're
all in the same building. We're all there to make money. You know, there was a fight a few years ago, I think, between a dancer and a cocktail waitress. One of them threw a bottle on top of another and broke her head or some shit. She had to get reconstructive surgery. I hope she's okay now. I don't know if it was between a dancer or a cocktail server, or a dancer. I'm pretty sure it was a cocktail server.
But bottles were thrown?
Bottles were thrown. There was some sort of like fight. I mean, but yeah, no, I really do try to focus on myself when I'm at work. Yeah, I'm gonna be nice to people, everyone that I work with, because we're a team.
Yeah.
We're all there for the same reason. We all want to get in, make our money, and go the fuck home.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had friends that worked in some, you know, strip clubs, and they were like, or gentlemen's clubs, that's what you want to call them, right? Gentlemen's clubs, and just they didn't have the best experiences, but I was like, well, if you play it to your, you know, best interest, what you do is you serve the guy a drink, you make sure that he's buying the dancer drinks as well. And I'm gonna be honest, like when I had my lingerie on at work, like this was like in my younger bottle service years, but you know, I'd be dancing and I was like, this is kind of fun.
Man, I love dancing in my lingerie. I do. I love it so much. I love the way that I feel. I love the way that it looks on my body. It just, it gives you, just being able to dance in general, it gives you such like a,
well, dancing is a
power
good release.
That it is.
It's a good release for women's bodies.
I dance at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a pole in my.
I see
that. I have a pole in my office.
I love it. I love all of it.
But like when I was a kid, I mean, I always loved music. I always loved dancing.
Right.
I taught myself.
Right.
You know, and I love it. I love dancing so much.
That's good. I'm excited, and I'm excited you came here today. I'm so happy you dropped so many gems for me.
No, it feels like such like a release to me because, you know, it is really hard for me to.
I could tell that
get
like
in front of.
Yeah, your energy went from like to released, and I think you needed to get all that off of your chest. Thank you, High Noon. Sponsor us.
I've never actually had this before. I like it.
The vodka soda seltzer.
And I've never been a vodka fan. I'm a tequila girl.
Tequila girl for me too.
Yes.
Well, thank you for coming on today and gracing us with your beauty and presence, dropping all these bars. I know that everybody is going to appreciate this episode. I really do, because it's been a long time coming. So you are the first one.
It feels really good. It's like a
safe space.
Huge release for me, honestly. It feels really good to like just talk about my life and my experiences. So thank you for having me.
Of course. I'm like, welcome to Bottle Girl Diaries
My hands are freezing.
Session. I know, me too. So that wraps up today's episode on Bottle Girl Diaries. I hope you enjoyed and were able to take something from this that was helpful for you. Thank you all for tuning in. Before we go, don't forget to click that subscribe button below so you don't miss out on what's coming up next. You can follow us on our Instagram page at Bottle Girl Diaries, or if you'd like to get more personal with me, you can follow me at I am Cindy Nansiri, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.